Hello dear students, good morning. Today we will continue with our chapter number 4, Understanding Law. In last part we had we get the basic knowledge of law, why the laws are necessary, what is the importance of law, it is equal for all. Today we will continue with more details about this chapter. It is often believed that the laws were introduced by British colonists in India, but historians have disputes and they claimed on several grounds. They have two opinions related the introduction of law. First, that the colonial law was arbitrary, and second, that the Indian nationalists played a prominent role in the development of the legal sphere in British India. Means colonial laws are arbitrary, means it is regarded the nations only, it is related for the British East India Company only. But our nationalists had a prominent role in the changes of or in the we can say in some changes Indian nationalists played a prominent role. One example of arbitrariness that continued to exist as a part of British rule is the Sedition Act of 1870. And the idea sedition was broadly understood within this act. So according to this act, any person was protesting or criticizing the British government would be arrested without trial, direct arrestment and imprisonment according to the process or according to the British law of Sedition Act of 1817. So in related to this, Indian nationalists began protesting and criticizing this arbitrary use of authority by the British. They protesting this act and they got succeed. They also began fighting for greater equality and wanted to change the idea of law from the set of rules that were forced to obey to law, including the ideas of justice. Means Indian nationalists are not agree with the law which was made by the Britishers. They are against the law which was made by the Britishers. It is said that at the end of the 19th century, the Indian legal profession also began emerging and demanded respect in colonial courts. Means they protest against the acts, against the laws which were made by the Britishers. They began to use law and defend the legal rights of Indians. Indian judges also began to play a greater role in making decisions. So the Indian judges who were working for the Britishers also played a great role in making decisions regarding the laws and acts made by the Britishers. Why? Because all the laws and acts which were made by the British colonials are in the favor of Britishers. Therefore, there were several ways in which Indian played a major role in the evolution of the rule of law during the colonial period. With the adoption of the Constitution, this document served as the foundation on which our representative began making laws for the country. In the previous chapter, we studied about our Constitution. In Constitution, several laws are made by the representatives or the Constituent Assembly. All these laws are made by the Constituent Assembly are in the favor of all the caste, creed, without any discrimination. Every year, our representative pass several new laws as well as amend existing ones. I give you one present example related making new laws. For example, our central government made a new bill or new law for agriculture, and if you heard or if you read today's newspaper or if you see or watch today's news channel, it is about the protesting of these agricultural laws, because the people believe that they are not in the favor of farmers, so they are protesting against this law. In class 6 book, you read about the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. So every year some amendments, some reforms are made by the government according to the situation of the nation in the laws which are already in the Constitution of India. Now let's discuss about how do new laws come about. So in the previous chapters you studied about the laws in our parliaments. Long discussion is going, and finally after the sign or after the permission of President of India, new laws are made. So this important work of making laws are done in our parliament. There are many ways through which this takes place, and it is often different groups of in society that raise the need of a particular law. Now how first our parliament members represents the bill, regarding that bill discussion is going over in the lower house, means in Lok Sabha. Then after passing in the Lok Sabha, it is sent into the upper house, means in Rajya Sabha. And after passing in Rajya Sabha, means after passing this bill in Lok Sabha as well as in Rajya Sabha, it is directly sent to the President of India. And after the sign and confirmation of the President, that bill become the law. So till here we see today. Tomorrow or in our next video we will discuss more about this chapter. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.